Hello, Jenny Hunt here from the Gateway Group of companies in the United Arab Emirates. And today I'm going to talk to you about what's really involved with setting up a mainland company in either Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Now, this is a question that I get asked all the time by foreign companies who are looking to come into the UAE and start doing business here. They want to know what's involved in the process, what documents are required and what their commitments are going to be. So I'm going to give you an overview so that you fully understand. Now, there are differences between the different structures as to how the registration process works and what the requirements are. So today I'm going to talk to you about setting up a limited liability company, or an LLC for short. So one of the first steps that you're going to need to do is to identify who's going to be your local sponsor. Now, this can be either an Emirati individual or it could be a company which is wholly owned by Emiratis. You'll also need to consider the drafting of your legal documents. These will be things like a board resolution to set up the new entity. You'll need memorandum of association, powers of attorney, and some of these documents are going to need to be notarized in your home jurisdiction. That means they're going to need to get notarized in the country where your organization is based. In addition, they'll also need to get stamped at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs there and at the UAE Embassy. But what do you do if your organization is based in a country where there isn't a UAE Embassy? In those instances, the recommendation is to take the documents to a UAE embassy in a neighbouring country, or ideally another country within your local region. At that point, we then need to get the documents into the UAE so that we can start the registration process on the ground. Those documents are going to need to get stamped at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here in either Abu Dhabi or Dubai. And if Arabic isn't your mother tongue and a language that you speak and read fluently, then you're going to need to get those documents into dual text. So what does dual text mean? If, for example, I have an American company looking to come into the UAE to set up here and their main language is English, the documents would need to be available in English and Arabic. And it's also worth noting at this point that the translation needs to be done by a registered legal translator here in the UAE. They're going to stamp those documents for you. Another consideration is you need to think about what commercial premise you're going to need. So, for example, if you are selling goods, you're going to be looking at perhaps a shop space or a warehouse for storing your products. Whereas if you were a consultancy, you're going to be looking for perhaps an office space. When you sign the contract with your landlords, you're going to need to get an extra contract which is attested by the authorities here. That means that the space that you're leasing is registered and is known to the municipalities. So in Abu Dhabi, that contract is called a tawthiq, and in Dubai it's called an ijari. So you're going to need those documents in order to get your trade license issued. You're also going to need to consider whether your organisation is going to need any special approvals by any of the government departments. This will depend upon what the nature of your business is, and the different government departments will have different requirements. Some might require extra documentation, others will have additional processes that you might need to go through. Some of these might start at the beginning of the registration process, others might come around the time that the trade license is issued. So to give you an example, if you were looking to set up a foreign language institute here, if you were setting it up in Abu Dhabi, you would need to get a license and special approvals from an organisation called ACTVET. And if you were doing the same thing in Dubai, you're going to go to the KHDA, which is the Knowledge and Human Development Authority, for those approvals. At the point when you can get to applying for your actual trade license to be issued, usually it would be issued with either in the same day or ideally within 24 hours. So it's a pretty quick process. So what does my organisation do to help foreign companies coming in to set up here? Well, do you remember one of the first pieces of information that I mentioned was identifying your local sponsor? My organisation provides a selection of different packages to act as that local sponsor. And our focus is really upon providing our foreign company clients with protection and control of their assets and their profits. In addition to that, if you're looking to set up your company here and you don't want to get involved in all of the running around between the government departments and making the applications and organising Arabic translations because you don't know which suppliers to use, my company organises all of that as well. So we really take care of all of the requirements, from starting with overseeing the creation of the legal documents, helping the client to understand what needs to happen to those documents in the overseas jurisdiction. And then once we receive them here, we will do every single step to make sure that everything happens in the right order at the right time as quickly as possible to get your trade license issued. For more information, have a look at our website, gatewaytoabudhabi.com or gatewaytodubai.com. Thank you.